Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahashah, Ba'ashem Al-Wakwadash, double honors unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Hakim across the world. Now, this is the book of Joshua, chapter 9, titled The Trickery of the Gibeonites, which were Hamites also. So, Joshua chapter 9, verse 1. And it came to pass, when all the kings which were on this side of Jordan, which were on this side Jordan, right? Which is, here, right? Which was, we on this side now. Well, the Israelites are. The Israelites are on that side. And here they killed the king called, the territory of King Og, which was a giant, and his giant people. And Sihon was also big people. There was also very, very tall people. But it's documented that King Og and his people were actual real giants, like just extraordinary tall, big. 4 meters, 3 meters something. That's a big dude, man. 4 meters, stuff like that. But these were big people too. The Sihon and stuff like that. These were all big people. The land was full of big people. If you read the book of Numbers, then you're going to see like, oh snap, there was actually, all of them was big. But you had other ones that was just extraordinary big. Goliath, which was of Gath, which was here, in these regions over here, they were big too. But yeah, but Og was the one that was really mentioned as being a really big person, like a giant, Right, so here is the path that we took, the Israelites, took to chase after the Amorites. And here, Ai or Ai got taken over. Gilgal, you got Jericho, and of course the River Jordan. But let me go on. On this side Jordan, right? In the hills and in the valleys, and in all the coasts of the great sea against Lebanon, the Hittites and the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites heard thereof. So they heard what they did to the people of Ai and stuff like that, and also, of course, of Jericho, and all the kings, when all the kings that were on this side, which is all the purple names that you see here, all these places where the kings were, the kings of basically Canaan, the Hamite kings, of the people of Ham, and of the tribes of because Ham had 4 sons. Genesis chapter 10 shows you that. Verse 2, Joshua 9 and 2. That they gathered themselves together to fight with Joshua and with Israel with one accord. So they all came together and thought to themselves like, man, we have to fight these people or else they're just going to kill us. All these kings, all these people, they came together. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done unto Jericho and to Ai, right, so they heard about it, the Gibeonites, they did work willily. Willily means wily. Let me see, cunning, manner, slyly. Basically for the trickery. Cunning. And went and made as if they had been ambassadors. Which ambassadors mean, right, which ambassadors means this. This is servant. Ambassador. Right, so it says, and took old sacks upon their asses, and wine bottles old and rent and bound up. So what they did was they basically made themselves look like they was travelers, and they was ambassadors from some place, some area, to make it seem as they were not of that region. They was just sojourning. They was just traveling. They were just traveling is what they made themselves to look like. A representative or promoter of a specific activity. They made themselves to look like that. And old shoes and clouded upon their feet, and old garments upon them, and all the bread of their provision was dry and moldy. They did that on purpose, right? Because they took the dry and moldy food, bread and stuff like that, in order to make it seem as if they was traveling and didn't get good food on their way while traveling. They was traveling so long that their food just turned dry and moldy. And they went to Joshua unto the camp of at Gilgal, which is here. And here were the Gibeonites. And he said unto them, and said unto them, and to the men of Israel, we be come from a far country. Now therefore, make ye a league with us. They lied, right? Because they knew, like, these people are going to kill you. And they're going to win, because they already been winning. And the men of Israel said unto the Hivites, peradventure ye dwell among us, and how shall we make a league with you? Right, let's say you dwell among us. So how are we going to make a league with you? And they said unto Joshua, we are thy servants. We're going to serve you. And Joshua said unto them, who are ye? And from whence come ye? And they said unto him, from a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of Yahweh thy power. So they was like, we came from very far because we heard of your God, your power, Yahweh, and what he did unto Jericho and unto Ai, and also, of course, from the what you did unto these people, King Og and his territory, which is here. What Moses did to them, Sihon and Og. Right. So we heard about all these stories. Yeah, because Israel killed, where was it? Not here? Okay, here. Because Moses killed this side of Jordan, and which allotted by Moses, and this one were to be allotted by Joshua, because the Lord gave them into his hand, the slaughter. So going on now, it says here, we came from a very far country, for we have heard of the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt. Oh yeah, I was about to say that, but I was talking too much. Yeah, because did I already say that actually? Anyway, the things that had been done in Egypt and stuff like that, and all that there. So they heard about all the stories of Moses and stuff like that. Right. But they actually did hear about it. But yeah, there was like that they came from afar. And all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, which is those two that I just showed. Oh, here. This region and this region. Right. To Sihon, king of Heshbon, and to Og, king of Bashan, which was at Ashtaroth. Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spake to us, saying, take victuals, which is food, with you for the journey, and go to meet them, and say unto them, we are your servants. Therefore now make ye a league with us. So they was trying to actually be friendly with the Israelites, even though the Lord said, don't make no covenant with none of these people. Because it says it right here. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. When Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and had cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, no show mercy unto them. So they was not allowed to make covenant with them. And this is the time of Moses when he told them what to do when they will eventually go into the land. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy sons. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. Right. So that is what we were supposed to do. But they didn't know, because they wanted to make a league with them, and we wasn't supposed to do that. But they didn't know who they were. Verse 12. This our bread we took hot from our provision out of our houses on the day we came forth to go unto you. But now, behold, it is dry, and it is moldy. Right, they made it look as if they came from afar, and they was traveling so long that the bread just got dried up and started to give mold, fungus. But they lied, because they, on purpose, they took, they went to go search out for the bread that was dry and moldy, and make it seem as if, as if they were, I'm looking for something, as if they was traveling without being able to resupply themselves. Yeah, right, going on now. This is the book, this is verse 13. And these bottles of wine which we filled were new, and behold, they are rent. And these our garments and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey. Right, so they did that on purpose. And the men took their victuals, and asked not counsel at the mouth of the Lord. So they didn't ask counsel at the mouth of the Lord what to do with these people, these Gibeonites. They basically took their word for it, They took their food, they took their word for it, they took their food and stuff like that. Right, going on, verse 15. And Joshua made peace with them, and made a league with them, to let them live, because they were supposed to kill them. That's what the Lord said, right? All the people there in the land were supposed to die, because of the wickedness that they was doing. You can read about that in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 9, and also the book of Leviticus chapter 18, also the book of Leviticus chapter 20. You will see what they were doing in the land. So the Lord told the Israelites, go kill them. Go kill these people. They was doing bestiality, sodomy, incest, what more? Child sacrifices, blood sacrifices, and child sacrifices. Just so it was adult and teenagers and even children, of course. Yeah, child sacrifices. They was doing all that there, baby sacrifices, So the Lord said, "Oh, since y'all want to be a bunch of sick, perverted murderers, I'm gonna kill y'all." So it was justified. Because a lot of people might be like, well, the evil God, why would he allow the Israelites to go out there and kill babies and children and all that there? Well, if you read the scriptures, you will see that they was doing that. So the Lord said, go kill them. And kill their kids. Kill all of them, because their kids are going to grow up to be just like them. Right. So it says, and the princes of the congregation swear unto them. So they even swore unto them. And if you read the scriptures, you will see that that's why the Lord Yahushua said, thou shalt not swear. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes 5:1. Now let me just go to the point. Verse 4. When thou vowest a vow unto the heavenly Father, defer not to pay it. So if you vow something to the Lord, you better pay up. For he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better it is that thou shouldest not vow, then that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. I made a mistake. I didn't really mean it. No, the angel is going to punish you or kill you. Wherefore should the Heavenly Father be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands? Or the angel might come upon you and make you sick, just like how Satan went down on Job and he gave him skin diseases like boils and all type of crazy shit. Or crazy stuff, sorry. Or he can make you bow down. Here, no. I didn't spell it like that. I think it's Luke. No, it's I just don't remember this one. I think it's in Luke 10. Then it was John 10. What? I think Mark then. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's funny. Ridiculous. I didn't even see it. Ridiculous. Now this is the book of Luke chapter 13 verse. This is what Satan can do also to you. He can well, let me read it. Luke chapter 13 verse 10. And he was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath. The Lord Yahushua was teaching. And behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years. So she had a spirit of infirmity 18 years. So let's see what that spirit was. And was bowed together. She had a hunchback. Here. She had a hunchback. Like this. She had a hunchback like this. So when you ever see a person like this with a hunchback, here. Like this for example. I think they have a name for it. There's some sclerosis or something like that. Basically this. If you see this, then you should know that Satan did that. Satan did that to them. They probably... I wasn't talking shit. But they probably didn't bow to the Lord when they were supposed to. Or they was bowing down to entities in their past lives or something like that. So the Most High was like, so you want to bow? I'll make you bow perpetually then. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't think that this is some kind of crazy illness. This is something like that would randomly happen. No, this is Satan did this to you. Satan did that to you. You know, here you had this female doing what do you call that thing? A surgery. You know, they doing surgery and stuff like that. I think it's this. Yeah, it's the same person here. I remember this picture. They did surgery up on her, and then of course she turned into a prostitute. Of course, so it's just natural around the world with these Edomite females and stuff like that. You know, they're just trying to sew as much skin as possible. Anyway. And was bowed together, and could in no wise lift up herself. And when Yahushua saw her, he called her to him, and said unto her, Woman, thou art loosed from thine infirmity. And he laid his hand upon her. So, wow. And he laid his hands on her. And immediately she was made straight, and glorified Yahweh. Right. He didn't do no surgery, cut her open. Cut her open like Esau. You know? He didn't do that. And the point was so here. Verse 16. And ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan had bound, these 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath day? Right. So Satan did that, and she is a daughter of Abraham. So she's supposed to be saved. She's supposed to be helped. If she was a daughter of a heathen nation, he would not help her. But she's a daughter of Abraham, so and in this case, actually a daughter of Jacob, because Abraham had other children. He had Ishmael and a few others, like 5 others. In total, he had 8 children. So you could be a Hebrew Ishmaelite or a Hebrew Midianite. The names of the sons of a Hebrew Joktanite or something like that. The names of the sons of Abraham were mentioned here. So you could be a Hebrew Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Hebrew Ishbak, Hebrew Shuite. Right. Okay, going on. So basically, these things, Satan could do this to you. He can also give you boils, of course, which is mentioned in the book of Job. He gave Job sores and boils. Also, this one, I just remembered it. The book of Sirach, chapter 38, which shows you that, and yes, that woman was sinning. That's why Satan did that to her. That's why Satan was allowed to do that to her. Because the Heavenly Father is the one that actually sanctions all things. If he lets loose Satan on you, okay, that's it then. So Sirach chapter 38 verse 15. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. So if you sin before your maker, you start getting boils or some kind of skin disease, whatever, then the Lord is going to unleash entities on you, and it could be Satan himself to bow you like this. Have you walking around like this upon the planet Earth? Or this one is even worse. Chinese people often have this. Yeah, I've seen Chinese people have that. Old Edomite females often have this. Not often, but if I see them, then they have this. I have never seen an Edomite female bow down like this. I have seen Chinese people. Edomite females, yeah, they do have this one. But anyway, going on. So yeah. Okay, that one. Yeah, so it says here, Matthew chapter 5 verse 34. But I say unto you, I start at 33. Again, ye have heard that it had been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, meaning don't swear and then not do it, but thou shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is the Heavenly Father's throne, neither by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Right. So therefore, you have to look at this. What are they making you do? They're making you swear. Or they're making you take an oath. Because swearing is taking an oath. Here, vow, promise, swear an oath, take an oath. That's also swearing. And vowing is also the same thing, swear. And also vow is taking an oath. Though you vow to marriage and stuff, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not allowed. The Lord Shai said, don't do it. You know why? Because you're going to swear, and then the angel is going to kill you, because most of the time you can't even keep your own promises. If any of you ever had a father in your life, you Jacob descendants, if your father promised you something like, for example, I never went to Disneyland because it's stupid, I never wanted to go there anyway. But let's say your father promises you the Disneyland thing, and then he just doesn't go or doesn't even show up. You're gonna be very hardly disappointed. Well, because he is trying to, and yeah, it just messed up. It might happen another day, or yeah. So basically, making promises, swearingly or taking oaths, it's not allowed. So don't say, "Oh man, I swear, man." Don't swear at all. If a person doesn't believe you, then that's up to them. That's why we shouldn't be liars. When you come up in the truth, lie not one to another anymore. The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 9. Lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds. So don't be like the old man. When you come up in this truth again, for the second time, try not to lie to another. It's very hard to not lie. Sometimes you lie because you don't want to hurt this person, like, something. Do I look fat? You look fat all the time, girl. What you talking about with us? You're so mean. Right. Sometimes you lie because you don't want to. Hey, man, where you at? I'm walking the street, man. I'm saying something just happened to the. Meanwhile, you just woke up, and you were supposed to be there, but you're late. But if you tell him the truth, he's gonna start screaming at you. Hey, man, what you doing? And you don't want that. So you say like, yeah, I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know you lying. Right. So yeah, going on. No, it says here. Joshua chapter. Let me see if I covered this all. Yeah, I think I did. So Joshua chapter 9 verse. Yeah, so they swear unto them. And this is the Old Testament, so if you swear, you can't take it back. Or else the angel's gonna looking at you like, what? What you just do? Right. And don't try to tell them like, oh, it's my accident. No. You know damn sure well what you did, which is swearing, which is taking an oath. Yeah, you can't do that. Yahushua came and he took that away. Just like how he took away the animal sacrifices, and that is mentioned in the book of Hebrews chapter 10. But you can read 8, 9, and 10, right, to get a little bit better understanding. But the point is in chapter 10. Oh, it's cloggy in my head or something. I don't know. So it says if Joshua chapter 9 verse 16. And it came to pass at the end of 3 days, after they had made a league with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelled among them. So after 3 days, they finally found out, like, wait a minute, these people ain't some distant tribe people. They're the Canaanites. It's them. Right. And the children of Israel journeyed, and came unto their cities on the third day. Now their cities were Gibeon and Shephira and Beeroth and Kirjath Jearim. Wow, okay. Tongue twisters. Which were these places? And the children of Israel smote them not. You know why? Here's why. Because the princes of the congregation had sworn unto them by Yahweh, the power of Israel. You can't break that swear anymore. You can't. It doesn't matter if you made a mistake. Because the angel's going to look at you like, yeah, I don't care. Because you swore that you would do A, B, and C. But now you found out that you're supposed to do D, E, F, but you can't, even though A, B, C is wrong. It doesn't matter. You swore to me. Now you got to keep it. That's why the Lord said, don't swear. You're going to die. You're going to get into trouble. So don't swear at all. And all the congregation murmured against the princes. It was like, what the hell did you do, man? It was angry. They was very angry. You know, what the hell did you do, man? You didn't even ask the Lord for counsel. You just did it upon your own, man. On your own so-called wisdom. Because they was angry. They was rightfully kind of angry, actually. But anyway, but all the princes said unto all the congregation, we have sworn unto them by Yahweh, the power of Israel. Now, therefore, we may not touch them. See? Because they told them, like, hey. Actually, not they. I mean, like, because it is said in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, don't do it. Don't forswear yourself, or else you're going to be in more trouble than you can imagine. This we will do to them. So instead of basically killing them, because they wanted to kill them, they was actually supposed to kill them. So this we will do to them. We will even let them live, lest wrath be upon us. Whose wrath? The wrath of the Lord, because you swore unto him. So don't let the wrath of the Lord come upon you. Just keep your word. Because of the oath which we swear unto them. And the princes said unto them, let them live. But let them be hewers of wood and drawers of water unto all the congregation, as the princes had promised them. So what did they tell them? We're going to make you slaves. We're going to make you servants then. You're going to gather wood for us to burn, and you're going to gather water from wherever we tell you to go gather water from, whether it be from here, whether it be from the Jordan, it don't matter. Whether it be from here, the Dead Sea, it don't matter. Whatsoever we tell you to, well, here was another river here. You know, it's like I said, it doesn't matter where. Here, it doesn't matter. Here, just draw us of water. Make them slaves, basically. Amorite city would that attack the Gibeonites, and city of the Gibeonites alliance with Israel. Right here, Jerusalem, Jesbon. And let me see, probable route of the Amorite attack on Gibeon, because they was in league with the Israelites, so they was like, you traitors, I'll kill you all. So yeah, but they was lucky because they was very tricky, you know, willily. So verse 20, no 21, no 22. And Joshua called for them, and he spake unto them, saying, wherefore have ye beguiled us, saying, we are very far from you. Excuse me, sorry. When ye dwell among us. Now therefore ye are cursed, because you lied to us. And there shall none of you be freed from being bondmen and hewers of wood and drawers of water for the house of my power, Yahweh. So basically he cursed them for eternity, because he said all of y'all gonna be perpetual slaves. All of you. Wait, where is it again? Here? No, here, then here. All of you gonna be perpetual slaves. So basically, we gathered ourselves some slaves, and it says that in the book of what was it again? Exodus 25. Wait. Because the Israelites were not allowed to be here. They were not allowed to be here. Leviticus chapter 25. First, let me see something. Leviticus 25 verse 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondman, or a bondservant actually, but as an hired servant, and as a sojourner, like a traveler. So most of the time, You're very nice toward travelers. So our type of slavery upon each other was not slavery. It was more as a hired servant, and it was more as a traveler, meaning you treat him right. He shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee, which is every 49 years. And in the 50th you leave. Right. Then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his father shall he return. For ye are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen. But we were sold as bondmen unto Esau. But he made a he totally went overboard with it, and that's one of the reasons that the Edomite nation will be exterminated. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but thou shalt fear, but shalt fear thy power, Yahweh. And what is rigor? Which is something that Esau did unto us in slavery. The quality of being extremely thoroughly and careful. No, that's not one. Severe, extremely severity and strictness. Austerity, hardship, harsh and demanding conditions. They used to chop our penis off and put it in our dicks off actually, and put it in a jar with vinegar and stuff like that, just like this. And, like this. Jar. Let me see. I don't want to do it. A dead animal in vinegar, but then a penis, a dick. They used to take our organs and stuff like that and put it in, just play around with it, man. Just like how they dissect a frog, and they also used to do that to the Jake woman, the daughter of Fisher, and they used to do experiments on him, and I think his name is Marion Sims. Experiments on children, babies. He did experiments on the slave women. He used to cut open their vaginas and stuff like that. The gynecology guy. That's why they call him the so-called father of gynecology, because he used to cut open the Jake woman vagina with no anesthesia. So they felt every cut until they died, of course, and then he kept on cutting. Yeah, but this is what they did. This is what these devils did. And these devils are still doing it until this day. So don't think it stopped. They just don't report about it. Because, for example, there's over like thousands of, especially around 2020 and 2022, it went up in the 100,000. Went up in the hundreds of thousands. Let me see. Let me show you something. Went over the 100,000s. Hundreds of. It's never fucking 100. It's never 100,000. They just shorten it off because they're the devil. That's why they're deceivers. They're not gonna tell you the truth. And Native American women also go missing and stuff like that, right? Nearly 100. No, more than 100,000. So they don't even know how many so-called illegal immigrants are in America. How the hell they gonna know if any type of persons are missing and stuff like that? They can't even count them when they're there. How much more count them when they're not there? If 100,000 so-called immigrants come from Mexico, so-called immigrants, I say, because America is their land also, so I don't know what the hell it is. But yeah. See, these Edomites have tricked you so hard that you think you're an actual immigrant or an illegal. Meanwhile, the whole continent of North America used to be yours and your ancestors. Anyway, so you have here, Native American missing. Missing and murdered indigenous women. 100,000 population. More than 5,000, bro. And everybody is being silent about it. Either they murdered or they're missing. And ain't no Amber Alert around this one, but this one got a fucking Amber Alert like a mother buster. You know what I'm saying? I saw this female. She was smoked by her boyfriend while everybody was watching them on live. Not, well, he didn't kill her on live, but she was documenting her life through YouTube Live and stuff like that, coming online and stuff like that. You know, trying to travel to the country and stuff. Yeah. Now this is just one person. Okay, these type of things. The shocking and forgotten toll of missing Israelite daughters across the U.S. It's not shocking. These devils use words as if it's preposterous, like as if it's like it's emotionally charged or something. They have no emotions when they report on these things. They don't give a fuck. Oh, it's so horrible what they did to you in slavery. Yeah, really. You believe that, man? You really believe it coming out that snake tongue of theirs? You really believe them, man? But then again, you celebrate flying reindeer, so hey, I do think you believe them. 230,000 reported missing in the U.S. These black women are doing what? Can't go there. Okay, cool. No, I don't want that one. They're not gonna accurately actually put the numbers in anyway. When it comes to jail, they do their best. Why? They wanna make you look bad. But I have a website where you can see that these Edomites are kitty fuckers, man. The average one of them. You know, but anyway. And it documents all their trickery, what they do. Anyway, so I have something in my head, wait. Right, this female over here, she was caught trying to export children out of Haiti. She got caught one time before and they let her go. They said, no, you need to turn back. You can't take these children away. And these were children that were from the adoption agency. And so they didn't have no parents. So these devils come in and then they wanted to actually make it look and seem as if they're trying to help. But they're trying to sell these kids. Because she was caught up in some crazy stuff. The foundation, and this is her foundation. Here, wait, let me show you some. January 29, 2010, Clinton friend Laura Silsby and the child trafficking in Haiti. That's what they was caught for. Leaves courtroom 2010. But she was a friend of this demon over here. Clinton Foundation tied to child trafficker Lori Silsby. And she's still alive. They should have hung her right there and right then and there. No covering your face, nothing. You know. And she had a foundation that she set up, and her foundation was not to. Her foundation was against child trafficking. As soon as you see these little devils around our kids, they should be hung. But they, you know. They are not in trouble as other men, right? As other people. She has another name before this Silsby thing. She has another name. Hillary Clinton, sorry. Would-be rescuer. Serial what? She's a serial child molester. Let me see. Serial rule breaker. Yeah, she didn't do it one time. She got caught multiple times, and they just let her go. And the last time they put her in jail, and then after that you didn't really hear from her again. and she went to the Dominican Republic, went over there. But she has an organization, and I'm trying to find the logo for the organization. Excuse me. And she changed her name also. Wait. Right. I cannot find the logo of her the foundation thing that she set up, but on the thing on the logo it says we're here against child trafficking. Let me try and still find it. Wait. Right. So I still haven't found it, but yeah. So 1% of the children rescued. Estimated number of children trafficked in Texas. Estimated number of children trafficked in Corpus Christi in 1 year, 2,900, almost 80,000. For a prison sentence of the first convicted trafficker in nuisance country, whatever, in the nation for incidents of human trafficking, number 2. Anyway, they faking the funk. They making it look as if they're the good guy, which a devil would always do. An evil person would come to you as a nice person. That is exactly what they're supposed to be trying to do, which is win you over. Now, if you don't know the FBI butterfly logo thing, you would notice that these are child pedophile things. With the butterfly stuff. Or CIA. What was it? FBI? Pedophile symbols. Yeah. The butterfly is a pedophile symbol. And that is what they're pushing here. And New Life Refuge is a big butterfly in the back of the person thing there on the logo thing. Here. And the FBI is releasing this to you. Like this from Ola, from the how you call that thing again? The ice cream thing. The ice cream thing. Here you have another one. You see this in a lot of Disney cartoons. And also on the clothing of the Pope. The guy that calls himself the Pope, sorry. It looks like Versace, but it's not. Wait, you will see this boy lover. Let me see. This. You will see these logos on their clothing. Yeah, so-called false. Yeah, whatever. Devils always, they're lying to you. You know, like I said, they have a snake tongue. So it's lies and truth at the same time. Mostly lies. You know, you have this logo, which is the logo of the ice cream, which is also projected towards children. And this is what they have been doing for thousands of years. Yes, I said it right, thousands of years. Since the ancient Greek days, they used to call it Pederasty. Ancient Greek. Pederasty. Pedophilia in ancient Greek. I don't want to click images. You should click it for yourself. Then you will see what they were doing with the children, with the boys, little boys. Pedophilia is a sexual relationship between adult men and a boy. That's what they was doing. That's what they was doing back in those days. So this goes back a few thousand years. And then the Romans, they did it also. In the cave days, they was raping animals and children, babies, whatever. And then nowadays they're doing the same thing, but now they got the money to hide things because back in the days, if the other regular Edomites, the average Edomites, if they found out that one of their leaders are doing these type of things, they would have pitchforks and torches, go get them, and they would hang them publicly or chop their head off. Nowadays you can't do that because they set up the police system, and you can't get near them. You can't get near them. So they have these things set up. That they're right, and these people are just walking around free. Boy, I'm telling you, you might see something innocent here, but me personally, I'm racist, so I know better. I know better. When I see them around the children of my people, I'm looking at them like, God damn it. But you know who lets them? Niggas. These fuckers. They let them. Because they don't have a racist bone in their body, but these devils they are the epiphany of racism itself. They are the embodiment of hatred. You need to defend yourself by having that hatred too. You should know better. There, jailed Baptist leader. He's a fucking so-called Baptist leader. What is he doing or hanging around this? They jailed him. But anyway, now he speaks as he's free. CBS News' Bill Whitaker speaks exclusively with Laura Sibley. Oh yeah, and her name was changed from Laura Gayler. Gaylord. From Laura Gayler to Laura Sibley or something like that. She changed her name. Probably to duck and dodge the so-called scandal that is associated with this name, Laura Gayler. But now she's Laura Silsby. Silsby? Yeah, Silsby. Sell and buy. That's what they do. They sell and they buy Israelites. Convicted is where she's supposed to be. Actually, she's supposed to be dead, but these Haitians, it's not gonna do it. I met a few Haitians, and unluckily to me, they was the greatest house. They worse than an American house Negro. He was fucked up, but I wasn't hanging around him too much. I just saw how he greeted me, because they know that I talk about the Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that. And then I saw how he greeted a Edomite that looked like he was kind of homeless. Man, he greeted him with love. He didn't see him for a long time. Oh man, his nipples got hard. I was looking at that nigga and I said to myself like, yeah. I looked at him. I was like, okay, cool. You think this is something nice? When I see this, I'm thinking, get out. These people looking like they're friendly, right? They're about to sell your kids and frizzle drip them.